What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video here in Sandbox Media. I'm Ryan. The other guy here is Mike.
Yep, that would be me.
Hope you guys are having a great day. And today we're going to be talking about this news that has basically consumed the gaming community as a whole over the last few days.
Yes, Battlefront 2, the microtransactions pay-to-win method that everybody just really, really loves.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically taking mobile gaming to console gaming.
Yeah.
This is what EA's
but
trying to do.
The big problem with that is it's not free to play, you know?
Exactly.
Mobile games are free to play. If you want to pay to win, then those microtransactions are there. Console games are sold for $60. You don't really expect to have to pay to win with a console game.
Yeah, and just to give you an idea of how much you'd have to grind this game, for those of you guys that don't know, now these figures are coming from Reddit, so take that with a grain of salt, but I imagine the guy that took the time to sit down and do this math is pretty close.
Yeah, I would say he's fairly.
So in order to unlock everything without paying a single penny over the $60 that you're going to pay for the regular game, you would have to play this Battlefront 2 game for 4,528 hours. Or if you wanted to just buy everything and use everything as intended, you would have to spend $2,100.
Yeah, and like we said, we don't know how accurate that is, but if it is accurate, that is obscene. It is an obscene amount of money to have to pay to just bypass all the grind.
Yeah, and the grind is 100. That's 188 days. When you convert it to days.
If you play 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that's 188
absolutely.
days.
So it's just, obviously nobody's going to do this. And plus, we probably are going to be seeing a Battlefront 3 within the next 3 years, I would imagine.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Yeah, depending. Well, this game's probably going to do well.
I don't know, man. I really don't. The backlash I've seen from Reddit, the Reddit community, and just pretty much everywhere is people are just pissed about this.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows why.
You got to figure, though, how many people went ahead and pre-ordered it on console before they even knew. Because EA's been, not so transparent with the microtransactions with this game. It had come out, I guess, when some of the people got the early access, how much of a grind it was to get the heroes.
Yeah.
They brought that down by 75%. I think they said it was either 75,000 or 65,000 credits to unlock the top heroes. Mm-hmm. I think they brought that down to 15,000. But when they did that, they also lessened the rewards for beating the game and stuff like that. So, yeah, they made it look good, and I'm sure it's still not as bad as it was, but it's not near as easy as what they were letting it on.
What they were advertising it was going to be when they changed it.
Right. They didn't tell you that they lessened your rewards.
Yeah, and I just do not get it from a business standpoint even. Because obviously that sounds, from a business perspective, that makes sense, right? You want to make money as a business. But what you're forgetting is that's when you do something like that, you're looking short term. Yeah. That's short term gains. Even if nobody threw a fit about this, that's still short term gains. And the thing about it is when you look at somebody like a developer like CD Projekt Red, who releases something like The Witcher 3, where the DLC was $10, $15 for each pack.
Well, the DLC was free.
Are you sure? On Witcher 3?
The way CD Projekt Red talked about it was DLC is downloadable content.
Yes.
They said, we feel like downloadable content should be free.
So,
the costumes,
that was
all
free.
That stuff was all free. Now they had expansions.
That's what I meant.
They had 2 expansions. I can't remember how much the expansions were.
They were $10 to $15. They were very minimal. I remember looking at it. I literally didn't buy them because I didn't want to sink more time than I already had in that game. But when you look at CD Projekt Red, what I want to go with it, the place I want to go with this is they are in it for the long term. And if you look around Reddit and different gaming community forums, you can see how much people just praise that studio. Yeah. And when you do that, when you have that positive, what's the word I'm looking for, exposure publicly, people are going to be interested in that. They want to be felt like they're valued as a consumer. And when you do that, when you release free DLC, I watched some of it on YouTube, a few pretty long episodes, and it looks awesome. And when you do that, what you do is you create a community that is going to support you in the long term versus what EA is trying to do, which is short term gains.
Right.
So I just don't get it. And I really, the gamers really have the power here. They can choose not to. You have to speak with your wallet when this kind of thing happens, in my opinion. Right. They're not going to do this if everybody doesn't buy their shit.
Right. And just to comment on CD Projekt Red, one of the big things with that game, it's a $60 game, and you're getting hundreds of hours of content. Whereas with Battlefront 2, the campaign's probably, I don't know because I haven't played the game, but the campaign's probably 10 hours.
Yeah,
I don't know.
At maximum.
I wouldn't imagine it'd be much longer than that. It's probably about a Call of Duty length campaign. Mm-hmm. The multiplayer is going to be fun for a while. They'll lose a lot of user base after, the first month. Mm-hmm. Every multiplayer does. So you're paying $60 for a game that you're not getting near the content that you would with a game like CD Projekt Red's Witcher 3. And also, they're asking you to pay to win. So, and there's a lot of people that do not want to grind. And, I'm one of those people. I don't have time to grind.
Yeah,
I don't have 188 days to spend on a game to unlock everything in it, assuming that is true. I don't have that much time. So, it automatically becomes appealing to, hey, this is only $5 or this is $10 for, so many credits, coins, whatever it is to unlock whatever gun you want. It's like, yeah, why not? I'll go ahead and do that. Next thing you know, another gun comes out.
Yep.
Want to buy that gun too. I do not want to spend the however many hours it is to unlock it. So it's a gotcha type style game. Like mobile games are gotcha games. They're like, I really want this card or whatever on a mobile game, so you spend however, like Dokkan Battle. Anybody that plays Dokkan Battle, the Dragon Ball Z mobile game, knows exactly what I'm talking about with the banners and stuff. You get these new rare cards that you really want, so you go buy these stones. Well, it's a gotcha type style thing. You don't necessarily get what you want. And I don't know, these are loot crates, right? Yeah. So it's random.
Yes.
You're not necessarily getting what you're hoping for.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of that gambling system, that quote unquote lottery system is what I like to say to
RNG
get around the gambling
or whatever.
Yeah, which really brings up another issue in itself. Really, are you really promoting this to kids? Like you're in a way, in a roundabout way, you're promoting gambling to kids, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of issues with this because a lot of parents don't. Especially if they're not familiar with games. They don't know that this stuff's in the game that they're buying for their kid.
And it's Star Wars of all things, and Disney obviously has built up a reputation for not being that way.
Right.
I mean, they obviously make great movies for kids and all that, and that's what a parent thinks about, in my opinion. I'm not a parent, but that's just what you think about as a parent, I would imagine.
Right. So you take a 10, 12-year-old kid, and this is just hypothetical, hopefully it doesn't happen. I'm sure it does happen, Or you take a parent that's not really paying attention to what's going on. They put their credit card stuff on their kids' console so that, whenever a game comes out, they can buy it for them. Well, all of a sudden, this kid's like, well, I want this gun. They hit buy, not really knowing what they're doing. They're not understanding that that's mommy and daddy's hard-earned money, And next thing you know, their parents are flipping out because their kids spent $200 on a game trying to get the guns that they want. Mm-hmm. So there's a huge issue with that. I mean, there's multiple reasons why this microtransaction crap's an issue. It's gotten worse and worse as the years have gone by with Call of Duty Activision. When they started doing their, what are they called? Are they called loot
crates? Supply drops.
Supply drops, okay. When did that start?
That started, I believe, in
Advanced Warfare?
I think it was Advanced Warfare, yeah.
Yeah. So it's gotten worse since then. Now, microtransactions, I'm not saying are necessarily completely bad.
Yeah.
There's a way that you can do it to make it.
And I want to touch on that. With Black Ops 2, what they did was they had cosmetic camos.
Yeah.
Basically, you bought camos to put on your guns, but the difference is you knew what you were buying. It wasn't like you were buying points to spend on this lottery type thing where it's just random.
Another game that does it really well is Overwatch.
Yeah.
That is just strictly appearance. There is nothing. If you want to get whatever appearance you want, then those microtransactions are there for you to buy the supply drops or loot crates or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm not even like pissed. Like I don't like this, but even if it is like guns or things that you can use in the game that aren't cosmetic, at least you know what you're fucking getting when you're buying it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, another thing though that's a real big issue with this game, and it's not so much that the microtransactions are in it, it's that they really push it for you to buy it.
Yeah.
Boogie2988, I'm sure a lot of you know who this guy is. He was playing, we've seen this in a Reddit post also, he was playing the game in the arcade mode, and at the end of the match or whatever, it told him that he had a 3-hour cooldown before he could
earn more credits.
Earn more credits. So automatically it's saying, hey, if you want to earn more credits for whatever you're wanting, then you've got 3 hours, or you can buy our microtransactions right here. That's an issue. That is clearly pushing people to buy their microtransactions, and that's an issue for me.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I'm really glad to see like sort of the outrage. I mean, obviously I don't want everybody to be mad or anything, but it's good to see finally people taking it seriously and pushing back. And it's unfortunate that it happens with a series like Star Wars, who tons of people love. Like, I'm not going to lie and sit here and say I love Star Wars, because I don't. I'm kind of indifferent towards it. Yeah. I'm not really obsessed with it, but I sympathize with you guys so much, those of you all that are obsessed with that series, because I'm like that with certain games and certain movies. It would suck for I don't even know, like something that I've loved, like something like Star Wars that big, and have the game come out and just cannot wait to play it for however many months I've been waiting, and then find out that this is how it's going down because of EA.
Right.
You know, this is how they earned the title of worst company in the world like 2 years running. So
yeah.
And it seems like that it doesn't even affect them, because they're money driven, and people just have not become wise to the fact that the way you stop this kind of shit is by doing exactly what is going on. Right. People just sort of boycotting it.
You know, there's a couple things I want to say here. One, it is wrong what EA is doing. They are clearly trying to like squeeze out every last drop of penny that they can get. You know, they want every last penny they can get. To understand they want to make their money, but at the same time, you don't want to screw over the people that are making you your money.
Yeah.
But there's a right way and a wrong way to go about this. Unfortunately, there were a lot of people that are developing that game receiving death threats and all that.
Yeah, which is stupid.
That is stupid.
Yeah, that's
that is the minority of people here. Obviously, the majority of people do not do that, but you know that is completely wrong, and that's the wrong way to go about this. The right way is to just not buy the game.
Not even give it attention.
Yeah, if the sales do extremely poorly and everybody knows that the microtransactions were an issue, you're not going to see them as much on the next game, and you're probably going to see them go away somewhat in this game.
Yeah, and
as time goes on.
Yeah, and I'm really interested to see how Disney reacts to this, because I don't know if anybody pays attention to this, but Disney is very, very sort of. Their reputation is very important to them, because they get it. They get it that they're long-term thinking, man.
Yeah.
Like they think like that, man.
I'm not so sure that they really have much control in this, though.
Yeah, I know, but they still own Star Wars, right?
Yeah, well, so, they
license it to EA to make games. I'm sure there's some sort of business still there, and I don't think Disney would let a title like Star Wars be dragged through the mud for too awful long if people scream loud enough. I really don't think that they would let that happen.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see. Like I said, I'm not sure what they would do about it, but it would be interesting to see if they would do anything about it at all. I don't really have much else to say on this other than the fact that, you know, if it would have just been cosmetics, I wouldn't have really cared.
Exactly. And even... Actually, I'm not even going to go there. They shouldn't have made it that much of a grind. There shouldn't be that much of a grind to get the things you want.
I was so close to buying this game. I had it in my cart. The $80 version I had in my cart because I wanted to get it 3 days early and go ahead and start playing. I actually wanted to get some gameplay recorded for our videos. And luckily, I don't know. I just didn't feel good about buying it.
The force was with you, my friend.
Yeah. So luckily I didn't buy it, and then it was like the next day all this blow up, which the microtransaction had been an issue for a little while before that. But then this really, people started playing and really blew up, and I'm so glad I did not buy that game now, and I'm probably not going to purchase it.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy it either.
So.
Yep. All right, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up for us here. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. We do videos like this all the time over video game content. So we're always looking for recommendations. So if you have one, just leave it in the comments below.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, take care. Have a great day.
Peace out.